Welcome back to episode 17 of the Block Runner podcast. I'm your host, William, along with your co-host, Iman. And today, Oscar joins us to discuss some updates on our Decentraland developments. As always, let's go over the topics for episode 17. In the first topic, Iman predicts a major Bitcoin sell-off once hitting $10,500. Then we unplug and talk about vacation adventures. Then Decentraland discussions and some updates on current and new developments. And finally, we discuss superpowers that can make you money. I hope you enjoy. Let's jump right in. What are we seeing right now?
Well, in my opinion, it's like that make or break moment for Bitcoin. Pretty much that's all we're looking at, right? Because alts have been dead.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on in the alt market, man. It's getting crushed. So Bitcoin, over the last 3 months, has done remarkably well, right? Let's recap.
Easily. So we've had exactly almost 3 to 4 months of pure parabolic run, and
which ended around what? June. End of June.
Yeah, 26. Mm-hmm. And apparently this whale decided to dump all their coins.
Yeah, man, we talked about this. Like, these are kind of like market signals whenever there's like huge volatile purchases or sell-offs.
Yep.
Like the same exact shit happened in 2017, man.
That's
like,
right.
I think what catapulted in 2017 again was that huge purchase by Mike Novogratz.
Right.
When Bitcoin went all the way down to like, I don't know, 2,500 or some shit because of Bitcoin Cash.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden this huge purchase came in and catapulted it into a parabolic run up.
That's right.
It took like 3 months, right? Same thing happened here. So basically what I'm saying is, I don't want to fucking say it, but this could be another bubble in the process of popping, man. I have good experience in that department. I know what it feels like when a bubble is popping, and it feels very similar.
Yeah, I mean,
psychologically.
What shocked me the most is not even 24 hours ago, all the alts are going down and Bitcoin is just staying static.
Wait, what? What happened 24 hours ago?
Well, just the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
All the alts have been going down, and Bitcoin has been relatively static.
Yeah.
I mean, a Bitcoin at $11,000 is not a cheap price.
No.
But all the altcoins have lost 20%.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't remember seeing that before. Because usually when all the alts go down, I mean, they're going down with Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's true.
So just recently, just today, in the last 24 hours, we hit 13,000, a little bit above 13,000. And then in 24 hours, we go down to $10,900.
Yeah.
And right now, it's sort of rebounding just a little bit, but I think it's because it hit a support level in the 10,000 range.
Yeah, that's what it does. You know, it has little bounces here and there.
It has bounces, correct.
This doesn't mean anything. Look at those red candles, dude. Look at the volume on that selling.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
It's absurd.
Yeah, it's crazy.
People are exiting right now because they might be thinking the same thing I'm thinking, like, oh, shit, I got to get out now before this thing is back down to 3K.
Yeah, but
Take my profits.
So these charts are really a reflection of psychology of the of the masses, right?
That's all they are.
But we were just talking about how we're under the influence to a certain degree of hopium.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah. And so we were thinking that, Bitcoins should be on schedule to start, creeping in on $20,000. But if that is the mass psychology, we both talked about that. If that's the mass psychology, then the opposite is going to happen.
Yeah. I think last time I was on here, I was talking about how everybody's screaming for altcoins to rebound, right? Because Bitcoin has had a 3-month run up. Historically, whenever Bitcoin goes up, alts like rubber band back up to catch up.
Right.
But that's not happening. They just keep going down, because I live by that philosophy, man. Like, whatever the market is like screaming is going to happen, it inverse.
Yeah. And that's exactly what's happening. I mean,
yeah, everybody was, and that's part of the psychology, right? Whenever Bitcoin had its first sell-off, how low did it go? Like about nine grand or something?
It went to 9,700, 9,800.
Okay, so like in the last couple of weeks, we've been recovering back to normal, right?
Right.
Everybody thought, okay, it's over. No more selling, right? We're on our way back to 20K. That's literally everybody listening. Google market psychology of a bubble chart. Like, pull up that chart in Google Images and analyze it.
Yeah. It looks exactly like that.
It looks exactly like that. It feels exactly like that. I'm looking at one right now. Like, the parabolic run up was euphoria.
Right.
And it totally was. Everybody was predicting like 100,000 by the end of the year and shit. Same thing happened in 2017. Everyone was irrational as fuck. They thought this thing was going to defy gravity, just go up, and never come down, right? So that's euphoria. Then the sell-off happens. Then the rebound back up like it's heading back towards previous all-time highs, right? That's the back to normal phase.
Yeah.
So it's basically complacency, right? And now we're seeing a sell-off. Like, we're obviously not on our way back to 14K. So eventually anxiety is going to creep in, fear, capitulation.
Well, you know what?
Stuff.
So I drew these lines, these trend lines, several weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's looking like it's following this channel upwards. So I think you're right. If we start, getting down to the lower,
that's what I said, right? 10,5. If it breaks below 10.5, I think for sure I'm right.
Yeah.
And if it breaks below this channel you just drew out, because every other trader in the world has the same channel.
Yeah, that's right.
If it breaks below, that's a confirmation.
That's a confirmation.
We're entering another bear cycle.
That's true.
So right now it's still bullish.
It's still bullish
in the long term,
but we're getting dangerously close to
that
bear
make
territory.
or break point, dude. You gotta watch out for that, And the reason why I'm calling bubbles, because literally look at the daily chart of what's now and compare it to the daily chart of 2017. Just go back. You can see the same phases, same exact phases. Look, here it is. It might look better on the weekly because I think it took like twice as long for this run up to happen, right? What the fuck is that? What is that? Is that Bitcoin? Oh, it went like way back in time. Okay.
So
There's
Euphoria,
your parabolic run up.
Yeah, and then
your huge
doubt. What is that? What's the next part after Euphoria?
See, that's what I was talking about. Like, if what's gonna happen, emulate what happened in 2017. Eventually, we got to catch that falling knife, right? What happened? Is Oscar here?
Yeah, Oscar's here. Okay. No, we're good. Let's keep going. Keep going.
Is he gonna come up here?
I don't think so.
What the fuck's he gonna do then? Should we just stop?
Let's pause and go downstairs and talk to him.
Okay.
All right.
Take your fucking table, dude.
We're back. So we just convinced Oscar to join the podcast. Thank you, Oscar, for coming.
Yeah, you guys were freaking live streaming. I was like,
yeah.
This might be.
We're not there yet.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Nah, man, just pretend the camera's not there.
Yeah.
Where is the camera?
Well, it's not there. We don't have one. Like we're just gonna if we do live stream. Should we try?
I mean, we were trying and it wasn't working. So that's the thing.
We're just gonna bail.
Actually, you know what? Let's try it.
It says welcome to the party, the Block Hunter. You're in.
Choose some interests. Grand Theft.
Hold on, dude. Don't do childish games. What the hell? Choose at least 3 categories your channel's being streamed right now. What are you into? Crypto. There you go.
750.
Wait. Damn it.
So that one.
I don't think this is as important as I think it is. It's like
I was looking for the skip.
Coin.
Yeah, that's true.
Only 119 followers, dude. Nobody cares.
Check Decentraland.
Oh, dude, it's got to be nothing for sure.
Let me check. So now we're checking Decentraland.
Weird if they have that.
No, 0 followers. Hell yeah, dude.
But I guess those are the ones that you want to follow. So it doesn't matter.
I'm definitely gonna start. I'm gonna stream that. Like once Decentraland goes live, that's my plan. I'll be the PewDiePie of Decentraland. What is this?
I don't know what this is.
He's streaming Bitcoin, I think. Sure.
All right. So how do we launch?
New stream.
Go to the account. Oh, they want you to do this, dude. Hit done. Top right corner.
Skip. Follow. Skip.
This is gonna keep giving you people to you follow.
That's right.
Hit done. God damn.
There's no launch button.
Well, go to your account. Let's see that works. Right there. Video producer, creator dashboard. Oh my god, dude, we suck. Well, channel. Go to channel.
Yeah,
okay.
There you go.
Offline. Okay.
All right. So I gotta change some settings here.
Like what? You don't want them to see?
No. No, not that. It's audio stuff.
Gotcha.
Should be ready.
Gotta be a way to verify this, right? Like when you go live, I'll just check on my phone.
Yeah, I think this is the link that you give people to go to your channel.
Yeah.
But
what do you mean?
Like,
like you can't launch from here?
Yeah, exactly.
Or fucking goddamn it! Do I have to YouTube
yeah, we
gotta. Damn it! How do
Jumping on the Google.
You're freaking so nub, dude.
This should be like the main button on there.
Yeah, it should be.
Right.
It's the share button or game. There should be like some kind of share button. That's kind of weird.
No, see, that's the link.
Right.
Yeah, that's the link.
How do you play? Record?
Maybe you need like a download.
Oh fuck! I think you do need a software. You need like OBS or something like that, don't you?
Yeah, because if I'm gonna record my screen, like it's gotta feed into
something.
Switch.
Yeah, I don't think we could stream. I think we need like there's something called OBS. I'm not sure what that stands for. But.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter.
Fuck it.
So
we'll figure that out next time.
Before you got online, Oscar, we were discussing Bitcoin and its potential downfall, and
Yeah.
Sounds
No, seriously.
dramatic.
Yeah.
No, man, it's happened several times before, man.
Yeah, so we're looking at a weekly chart now, and even though it doesn't look dramatic here, if we go to the daily, I guess you can kind of see
It seems like it's plateauing, going up and down, but
Yeah, you would hope so, right? You would hope it just keeps trading sideways until.
what is that peak that I'm looking at?
so.
Like
This peak
when-
what just happened about a week and a half ago,
Okay.
maybe 2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
where
that's
it
what I
went to
figured.
close to 14,000.
2 weeks, yeah.
Okay, that's the
What's-
recent peak. Yeah.
What's the name of that chart that you keep bringing up?
The market psychology.
Market.
You just Google market psychology bubble chart or something like that. Do you have any money invested, Oscar?
Oh yeah, that's a good amount. I mean, I think I have like close to 0.5.
That's pretty good.
But you're not panicking at all.
Nah, this is definitely. I'm waiting for that next year bump.
2021.
Yeah.
So we see this parabolic run here and then denial, and we're thinking this peak here looks exactly like that.
Oh,
Well,
that's
you gotta zoom it out a little bit, like make it skinnier. There you go. There's your parabolic run up, the euphoric phase. There's your correction, and you're back to normal.
Back to normal, and then
That's why I'm so scared of this little recent dip that's happening right now, right?
true.
yeah, you're in capitulation. That's
So
where
you think it'll go back down to like 8K, 9K?
If it
Yeah.
breaks below 10K, we're going down to like 3K, I think. Dude, I'm not even kidding, man. I don't know. Look at that. I mean, it could just be, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just on a slump and it's gonna go back up just like that. The overall trend.
yeah, and this channel, these black lines that you see here,
Mm-hmm.
if it breaks this channel, then yeah, it's probably going to keep going down.
That's the confirmation channel.
And so let me explain this, Oscar. So these charts, it's really, we're trying to guess what other people are going to do, right?
Right.
This is a psychology kind of chart
Exercise.
of mass psychology, right?
Yep.
And so when I draw these lines, I'm guessing that people also drew these exact same lines.
Oh, they are, for sure.
Right?
It's like the most basic meme line you can draw.
And so everyone sort of agrees that if it passes this line here, let's say 10,600 to 10,500, if it passes this line, most people are going to sell. And so if it does, I'm going to sell. And then therefore other people are going to sell. And it's just going to keep going down until we reach 5,000, 6,000, whatever it is.
Yeah, because, I mean, it makes sense. That's your uptrend channel, right?
Yeah.
You break below that channel, then we're in a downtrend.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows how low that's going to go? Well, I think it's going to go.
Yeah. It could go
All
as
the way
low
down.
as, I would say it would probably not go lower than 4,000.
We were basing that on
The,
nothing.
That's
the,
nothing.
the problem with that thinking is that that's in a vacuum. Meaning, like,
Yeah.
if all things go as steady as they are right now, without any additional information or events that go on where some news accepts Bitcoin and
That's true.
some other sources accept Bitcoin or jump on the Bitcoin bandwagon.
The only
Stuff like
thing,
that.
the only thing I would kind of debate you on is, even though that may be true, that history has shown us that after you draw these lines and you hit these marks and it goes above or below, it tends to go in that direction. Like,
Yeah.
if it breaks the top line here,
But I guess
it's
what I'm
on its
saying,
way to $20,000.
yeah, I guess what I'm saying is, I guess to break that top line, there would have to be some additional news going on.
Maybe
Yeah.
not, because like we went from 3K to 14K, like literally on no news.
Yeah,
man. That's what makes me skeptical about.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
from here. All this, there's no news difference between.
And Bitcoin is the same thing it was.
It was, yeah.
You know, maybe a little bit of Lightning Labs upgrades or something. I don't know.
Even then, that's not enough
Yeah,
to
nobody
like.
gives a fuck about that, right?
Yeah.
So the conspiracy is Tether could be conspiracy is always Tether. Like Tether is what's pumping up the price.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of evidence considering Tether has higher volume than Bitcoin. There's that.
Yeah.
And they're going through legal scrutiny. Maybe they're trying to fucking
But they keep going through this legal scrutiny and they never find anything. I mean, that's got to be something. Evidence of nothing is something.
I guess. I don't know. Again, you could conspire all day long. Like what's driving up the price? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
You know, we've pretty much we know it's not retail.
But
for sure.
You're right. Nobody knows, but what are the things that we do know? As time continues, we get closer to the halvening,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
right? And so the price, just by that alone, should, trend upwards.
And it did.
And it has, there's always going to be a retracement for sure.
Yeah.
Just because the euphoria, maybe there's like, craziness
Yeah.
that's leading up to like super high prices. But nonetheless, if you track it year by year, Bitcoin every year it goes up.
I don't know.
And that's what I'm banking on.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't care about, like, if we get to 25,000 and we crash to 10,000, that doesn't affect me really, because I'm going to keep buying.
Yeah.
But that's my strategy.
Yeah, I mean, in the long term, again, if you don't give a fuck about this,
I think I would buy some more if it hits like 9K and
hell yeah, dude,
that range.
Hell yeah, shit, I'll buy 3 of them if it hits 3,000.
See, that's exactly what people were doing in 2017, man. They kept on buying the dip, buy the dip, the dip, and they just got wrecked over and over and over and over again,
true.
right? But I mean, if they held
up
until that peak again, then they all recovered their losses, right?
But the thing
hopefully majority of them probably are still holding, right?
That's right.
So
if you held on your way down, you're gonna hold on the way up.
Exactly. It's like, oh, finally I'm breaking even. Then if we go right back down to 3, it's like,
right. No, that's a good point. I mean, we can't just. It's not probably ideal to keep holding.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man.
We'll see. Whenever if it gets down to like 10.5, dude, I'll run over here.
Yeah.
Then we'll stream, because then we can have like a nice like.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But it's gone down to 9,000 before.
I know, but who cares? It recovered, and then it fulfilled this back to normal uptrend that kind of sets things up for capitulation.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
Every bubble chart has that first initial sell-off from the peak, and then a little uptick, the back to normal phase, whatever, complacency, and then the sell-off begins.
Yeah.
You know, because it's got to break below that previous dip. So we'll see, man. At 10.5, I'll come by.
Yeah, and this is tough. I mean, I think you're right. If it hits that black line, the support line, then it's time to sell.
Well, no, if it breaks through, and the candle is, you know,
it closes
outside of that black line, and it's for sure.
The reason is because if it closes under this line, it's going to close under most people's line, and therefore they're going to sell, and there's going to be this huge, price loss.
It's over, mate. It's over.
But it can't be that dramatically gonna go. Like, it probably wouldn't go below 9K. Like, I agree.
See, you're in denial, man. See, you're in denial. That's part of the psychology. That's we're at that denial phase.
So let's go through an example, right? Let's do an actual like technical analysis on prior prices. And I'll show you why we're thinking the way that we're thinking. And so if we do a trend line, and let's say we just saw this spike, right? And this is current day right here, right? So what I would do is I would do a support line from here to here, okay? And then I would do a resistance line from, let's say, here to about right here. And so my chart says this is the point where it's either going to go up or it's going to go down, right? If it goes up, I'm buying. If it goes down, I'm selling. And so here it goes down. This is typically like, actually, yeah. So it went down. So I would sell here.
That's what I was about to say.
Right?
It went below your support line, so you fucked up.
Yeah, but I tend to see how things play out, right? Especially here, I would wait till this point, and then it breaks up, and then you would buy, and then you would come out positive.
Wouldn't you be creating new support lines with that extra data?
True.
So
that's true.
So you'd be adjusting on the fly.
I would be adjusting this line here, going, okay, that's tomorrow, the next day, then here, boom. Then
too many meme lines, Will. Too many meme lines.
But that's why this works.
That's only useful if you're not going to be hodling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, trust me, you don't want to be trading this beast.
Yeah. For sure.
Like,
volatile.
But it's not about trading. It's about when do you buy. So if you want to buy here and not buy down here. Right.
Well, it also depends on how long are you hodling. Meaning, like, if you're hodling for 2 years, then you
want to sell at the best opportunity.
Well,
at the next opportunity.
You want to buy at the lowest you think that it's going to be at for the next 2 years. And
but the point is that you have these trend lines. You potentially just wait till you buy here. You start buying, and then you kind of wait. It breaks through. You buy some more, and then it goes up.
Yeah. It definitely depends on the strategy. If you're gonna be trading, then you need to be paying attention to this hardcore.
So, I mean, what do you think about my trend line skills?
Not impressed. Well, to tell you the truth.
What program is this? Or what?
This is tradingview.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. I mean, trend lines are good. Like you said, they're good for entry and exit points. But god damn it, dude,
it's a whole skill set. I mean, like, there's classes for this stuff.
There are. There's tons of skeptics. Like, this is all just bullshit hokum. Like, technical analysis. if you talk to like some real seasoned investors, they're like passionately either support it or they're against it.
Right. But you got to use the tools that exist, and like what other option do you have?
No, I mean they work in like from my experience, they really work in bullish markets.
Mm-hmm.
In bear markets, I don't think there is technical analysis
that'll save you.
Yeah, it's so much more unpredictable. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I was just at a meeting with my business partner at a Starbucks, and this guy overheard us talking about the business, and he's a forex trader, and he takes those classes / teaches people to do exactly these, like trend line analysis, chart, reviewing and viewing and predicting, and they have actual like algorithm chart, angles, and they have many charts to look at. I guess in our case we're just looking at Bitcoin, but they can go through and take a look at different currencies, how they're comparing against each other, and and see these exact chart duplicates, and then they run whatever it says to run on that specific type of chart analysis or whatever. So, and then he fully on like believes that he's gonna be a billionaire, like
whoa,
in a
trading
year,
currencies,
or just doing that stuff.
I mean, he could definitely be a millionaire. I don't know about billionaire.
Yeah. I don't know what he might have said, billionaire, millionaire, or billionaire. One of those two words.
Yeah, I mean, if you learn the skill,
difference.
like you said, and if you have a positive track record,
Mm-hmm.
Currencies they don't fluctuate much.
Yeah.
If you could learn that game, like you're good.
Yeah, but you're trading on like 1% gains and losses.
He probably trades on margin and stuff like that.
Oh, well, that's true.
My guess. I don't know.
See, that makes a lot more sense. Now I understand why people use Forex.
Yeah.
Because if let's say you're doing 1,000 on 100x margin.
Oh, shit.
That means if it goes up, you've doubled your price. You doubled your $1,000.
No, you fucking 100x'd it.
But it's not your money, though. If you put in $1,000 at 100x.
Yeah.
So once it goes up 1%, you've doubled your money.
On 100x margin?
Yeah.
Nah, man, you fucking 100x.
No, wait, dude.
Yeah.
You do not 100x at 1%.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, let me think about this.
Think about it. Like if you go, you put in $1,000 on something, right?
Yeah.
And you're doing 100x margin. That's $100,000 bet.
Well, okay, like say you put $1,000 in Bitcoin
At 100.
No, not 100. Let's say like 5x margin.
That means you're putting in $5,000 on Bitcoin.
$5,000. So if Bitcoin
doubles.
Yeah.
Just do an example where it doubles.
Price of Bitcoin doubles.
Yeah, the price of Bitcoin doubles.
Okay, 10K, 20K. God damn it, dude. I'm too stupid to figure this out.
So
I'm trying. Like a week ago, I knew exactly what margin was, but like something
no.
happened.
Yeah, we went through this example. So let's say you put in $1,000 at a 5x margin.
Yes.
That's like putting in $5,000 in.
Yeah.
Right.
But at 5x is like. So 100x is 1%. If it fluctuates down 1%, you get liquidated.
That's right.
You're out of the game. They take your $1,000.
Right.
So
but if you do a positive 1%, that means you've doubled your money. You went from $1,000 to $2,000.
Maybe.
No, you do.
Okay, I'll believe you.
Think about it. Like you put in $1,000 at 100x margin. That's like putting in $100,000.
Yeah.
Right. So you put in $100,000 and then you go up 1%.
You're right. Yeah, because if 1,000 goes up 1%, then it's just like 1,000.
$1,000 gain.
1,000
overall.
1% of $100,000 is $1,000.
Yeah, no, I'm saying if you had your original $1,000 without any margin,
you only
it goes up 1%.
You only make $10.
You're right. You're totally right.
So
I don't know how that got fucking finagled there. Jesus Christ, my brain, dude. That vacation really fucked me up, man.
The vacation.
Yeah, a week off from thinking about numbers and crypto, man. It really like.
Oh yeah, where were you at?
I just went camping.
Oh, really?
I took my RV out.
Completely
and,
disconnected.
Exactly right. For like 5 days, I'll just like fuck everything. Just relaxing.
And you come back to like
what? What's
margin?
It's like my fucking pieces of my brain are gone, dude.
Back to RL.
Yeah, man.
You want to talk about the activities that happened during camping?
Not really. It was cool. I think it's
you
nice.
went with a group or what?
Family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's nice to unplug from time to time, But like I said, I'm feeling the effects of it, man. Like,
yeah, it's hard to get
because like when you're in your normal day-to-day, cycle and routine, you're pretty much doing the same shit almost every day, right? If you have a career, job, or a hobby or interest.
Well, that's why Mondays suck so bad, is because you have 2 days off prior and you're kind of relaxing, and then you have to get back on the grind.
Yeah, you get to fucking actually live life. You know what I mean? Experience.
Yeah, I went to Mexico, San Miguel de Allende, for a wedding, and But I was working at we drove there and I was working, and I got there and I had an hour meeting planned, and it turned out to be 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So, and it was nice working remotely, I guess, in a new location.
Dude, that's the fucking dream, man.
Yeah.
That was my dream. Like, I just wanted to travel the world and trade cryptocurrencies, dude. It's literally what I wanted to do.
On the way back, I was expecting to work too, like on the drive back, but I got hit with Montezuma's Revenge over there.
What the fuck
It's
is
a
that?
taco stand.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What, you got sick or what?
Yeah, I got sick from the food.
What?
Once again,
Oscar, how many times have you gone to Mexico? And
the tacos, man, they get me. They're
What
too
do you mean?
tasty.
every time he goes to Mexico, he gets sick. Every single time.
Really? Just from eating the tacos?
Well, nah, I ate tacos
Or you
multiple
drink the
times.
water?
I think I put salsa, and I think who knows what water they.
Dude, when
they
I go
add
to
into
Mexico,
that.
I eat everything, man. I never get sick. Like the sketchiest fucking food stalls like ever, dude. Like I'm pretty sure it's like stray dog in that meat. You know what I'm saying? And I never get sick. I have an iron
Nice.
stomach though. That's
Yeah.
the thing. You
You've
know,
been-
your stomach
You've been
is
training for years.
like, eating shit to
Yeah,
your food.
I drink nothing but freaking Soylent.
Exactly. So that's like a shock to your system, dude. Like what the fuck?
What is this random taco?
What kind of taco was
Salsa.
it?
I don't know, some kind of
Pork?
beef.
That was beef.
Yeah,
Barbacoa?
definitely beef. No, what else?
Steak?
I think it was beefsteak. Yeah.
Dude, calm it down, dude.
You just heard that, right? I just creamed myself, dude.
Yeah,
I haven't had a taco like that in forever. A good one.
It was. I think it was worth it.
Dude, but that's what Mexico does, man. Literally, like, when I go to Mexico, it's like, dude, everyone's just selling each other tacos.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
And I can say that. It sounds racist as fuck, but I'm Mexican, so.
and they're like each taco is like 10 cents.
Yeah, but like literally, like you just drive up and down everyone's neighborhood. They're all just selling food to each other. That's like their economy.
Yeah.
This is food.
Main source.
Yeah.
How many days were you there?
I was there from Wednesday to Monday.
So how was driving the Tesla all the way over there?
What? Did you ever Tesla?
I had to supercharge it at every city. No, I didn't drive the Tesla over there. I
Oh,
took
okay.
my girlfriend's car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Damn.
they do sell Teslas over there, and I think they're starting to expand on the superchargers. But that's the main thing, that charging. Otherwise, you got to charge for like hours and hours and hours.
So that means you were manually driving over there.
Yeah, yes,
That
yeah.
sucks.
Sucks. Coming down from a Tesla, yeah, downgrade.
Dude.
I feel like I'm in the future now that I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
that's what I like about going to places like that. Like, it gives you nice perspective. Like when I went
True.
to Tijuana, there was like a fucking street. It was kind of like
You went to
it was like,
Tijuana?
Yeah,
Damn.
it was like Skid Row, dude. Like little shacks and tents and
Yeah.
stuff along the road. Like any like gentle breeze could just destroy their whole community, right?
Dude, it looks like the purge is happening in Tijuana.
It's happening in California too. Like in
Yeah.
some streets in California. But my point is like, damn, yeah, you see that shit, it's like fuck.
Yeah,
I'm
Makes
over
you-
here bitching about like every little thing,
yeah.
right?
It makes
Yeah.
you want to work hard
Yeah.
and get somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. To me, it's kind of like, man, I could chill. You know, it's like being poor in the United States is like being rich in like a third world country. You know?
Yeah,
Like
true.
being rich in Tijuana.
It's like I adjust my expectations. You know?
Yeah,
Before I used to be like, I think it's part of like our capitalist upbringing, but I used to be like, if I'm not rich, I'm a failure type shit. Like if I'm not living in like $1 million plus house,
Yeah.
with a
that's-
badass car,
that's what TV and social media and
I think it's just our culture.
Instagram.
Yeah.
culture.
Culture.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, after that RV trip, dude, I was totally chilling in that RV, man. Like,
Yeah.
plenty of space. The AC was cold as fuck. The water was clean.
Nice.
Lights. You know, I had everything I needed. In like a fucking space not much bigger than this room. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And food wise, you had to bring everything with you, or did you go hunting and catch some deer and rabbits?
No,
and-
I tried to go fishing, but I didn't catch
Fishing,
shit.
I can see
But
Iman
yeah,
using
just-
bow and arrow.
I don't want to. I would love to, dude. I'd like to have like
Beasting
one day
it
a
out.
podcast studio like Rogan does. That
Yeah.
little archery
Oh, that's
range.
true. Yeah. Yeah, but he's got an electronic archery range.
I know.
That's
But
pretty. That's cool though.
We'd have an outdoor
Electronic
one.
archery. That sounds cool.
First phase though, we gotta get an Oculus.
Oh, for sure.
Set up.
Some
Sure.
VR
Or
action
not Oculus. Yeah, some kind of VR
Set
Maybe
up.
not Oculus.
I agree. I would tune in. I would tune in for those shows.
Hell yeah.
What do you mean? What shows?
Well, if
mean,
we
like, if we
stream it
record-
live.
Mm.
Stream the activities.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like Decentraland. I guess we could segue into that.
Yeah,
'cause-
let's talk about Decentraland. I think we're done being so negative about Bitcoin.
I was gonna mention that. Yeah, imagine you mentioned the difference living in Mexico and in this camping trip, and then in the United States. Like, imagine if the yang comes through and we get the $1,000 per month.
Yeah.
and everybody's gonna be wanting to come and live in the United States at that point.
That's true.
It's gonna be
I mean, they already do, kind of. You know, they
already
have
do.
a water crisis and
True.
whatnot.
True.
Yeah, but if everyone's getting $1,000 a month just to be living here, fuck yeah, dude.
But anybody who's not already here, there's going to be a process
Mhm.
to get them to be United States citizens.
Slow
So-
grind.
well, then you have to like secure borders and stuff. That's like not one of Andrew Yang. Do like
Well, even-
Democrats want
even-
like open borders?
But
and
think
shit
about
like
it.
that.
Even if it's not secure and people are just coming in, that doesn't mean they automatically get $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
They got to get a social security number.
that's true.
I mean, they have to get a bunch of stuff before. So it's gonna
Yeah, that's true.
solve itself by doing that.
I don't know, man. Like a lot of legal immigrants get a lot of benefits today, don't they? And they're like, and
Well, there's a lot of free services for people, in poverty.
I think they could still get like welfare, like food stamps and stuff like. I think.
I don't know.
And then yeah, like I guess the we're getting into politics, but the Democrats want to like give them health care and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
driver's license. Pretty much like you come
Well,
in, you're one of us.
The idea is if you keep the community healthy, there's less strife.
And either way,
And
these
so-
people are paying income taxes anyways. Like they're doing that today, and they don't have
Yeah, they don't social security
full
numbers.
access to everything. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That
Yeah,
is a
it's-
touchy fucking subject.
Well, it's
I mean, we need. I don't know.
it's relevant because Decentraland. I mean, there's no country in Decentraland, right? There's like, as a matter of fact, when you sign up for an avatar, they give you a passport.
Yeah.
Like what's? I wonder what's the thinking behind that.
Yeah, that's true.
Passport.
Yeah.
Just have some form of identity, I guess. So it's like, yeah. Why do we need that?
That was a bad name for it. If that's all it is.
Yeah,
an ID.
if it's just an ID, yeah, it is interesting.
What would you have called it?
I mean, passport means that you're passing some
That's true.
ports.
Yeah,
Like
some
there's other
borders.
cities to go to.
Yeah,
There could be.
I guess
mean,
it could be.
Maybe like the districts. Maybe like
Yeah.
there's a Chinese district. Maybe they literally only let Chinese
Yeah, let
people in.
me see your
Dude, what the
passport. You
hell?
get stamped and
Yeah, like you're not from China, motherfucker. You can't come into our lands, dude. They could just decentralize. They could pull that off, right?
could be.
Yeah, they could.
Maybe-
Technically, they could.
It'd be fucked up.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me. I mean, similar to an idea that I had last night. That we could have a backend for our system, or we are going to have a backend. So that means whenever you walk into our land, you could require some kind of I guess you'll have your Ethereum/Mana address that identifies you,
Mm-hmm.
and then that gets like you're now a part of our database. So now anything that you do on our land can obviously apply to anytime you come back. But for these owners, which is the biggest amount of people that are active in the Decentraland community, they don't have anything on their land. So we could provide these scenes that have different things on them. Like the easiest example would be a game or even a casino, like that they can just plop onto their land, and because these owners have login access to their account on our system, the backend provides access to. So now that it's loaded up on their land, all the activities that game or casino does now runs
From our back end.
Yeah, from our backend.
So the analogy to this is, how everyone uses websites,
Yeah.
but not everyone knows how to make a website.
Like a true website?
Like a website, yeah, any website.
Even those ones like those
if-
stock websites, like, fucking.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm going. So
Okay, yeah.
So what he's talking about, what Oscar's talking about, is we could build like the Wix or the Squarespace of
Exactly.
Decentraland, and so
What exactly are you providing?
I guess to get even more detailed for William's example here is that the builder that Decentraland provides is kind of like Wix,
it is kind of like Wix, yeah.
but it Wix in general is limited in capability. But what we could provide is pre-built scenes, so pre-built kind of websites that can be monetized. So maybe like an e-commerce store that's like pre-built, ready to go, and you just drop in whatever products you want. Or that's an example of a website that can generate some income. Or if gambling was legal everywhere, then there could be these codes that you drop onto your website, and now you can have like your own casino that makes you money. So
if you deploy a block runner asset onto your land, you get a dividend on the action that you get on your land. And then also, so does a block runner, because we design the thing.
Yeah, we get a small cut, and the owner gets the main cut.
Yeah,
'cause they still got to
it's-
advertise.
it's like a
and
franchise
track
model.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
It's
There
like
you go.
franchising.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's-
Exactly.
Okay. Well, like a business sense. It's like franchising your business. So you creating you said the back end?
Yeah.
Is that the value?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the front end? Front end's like the shit we see, right?
Yes.
The scene. Yeah, the scene itself. Yeah. But that scene can't run without the back end. Otherwise, people can just duplicate that front end.
What's in the back end, though? Like, that's just like the Matrix looking shit.
User identity,
right?
So the user identity on the back end, like the assets are on the back end, like what's being displayed onto the land, that's all hosted on the back end.
Okay.
And then the ability to select which piece of asset that you want to deploy on your land, all that stuff runs on the back end.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more like the control panel dashboard that the owners would get access to.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So they can customize it, like
they can customize it. So they can customize the front end.
Yeah, just like you can customize a website. Even if you did do an e-commerce store, you can change the banner and
like
stuff
the color,
like that.
the scheme, how many displays you have.
Yeah, and I was figuring like
cool
if we do make I guess trying to debate if we should disclose publicly on our second game. But yeah, to the second game, there's maps involved. So, but they can make their own maps. Like we can provide in the control panel dashboard the ability to like a map editor, like a very simple one. You know, lay down a wall or don't lay down a wall right there, and in that position, and then yeah, they can deploy it on their website / aka scene, and now they have that new map that they created on their game that we run for them, and it makes them money.
Yeah, because what we're dealing with is Decentraland, as much potential as it has, most people aren't doing custom development on their land. And so the only option that they have is a builder that is cool, but it leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
And so what we're trying to do is figure out a way where landowners can be unique, but also make them money and also therefore make us money.
No, it makes sense. Like
when it comes to like Decentraland and people just automatically think of a game, even though it potentially is not a game. It's more like a virtual world that looks like a game.
See, yeah, like an e-commerce store makes more sense. I can see how you could make a shit ton of replicas of the same design, basically.
Yeah.
But a video game? How the hell do you pull that off?
Think about this. So one of the things that we were talking about last night was that think of the Block Runner game that's running on our land, but you have that run on several other people's land.
Okay.
And so if you deploy this Block Runner game on this piece of land, the landowner gets a cut of the transactions.
Yeah.
But because it's our game, we're getting a
So the
portion.
gameplay is exactly the same.
It's exactly the same, and so you have.
But it's gonna have
an ultimate leaderboard, right? Like the Decentraland leaderboard in the Block Runner game. Even though that there's 10 games out in existence.
That's like that's for people who own land, but they literally have jack shit to put on it, basically.
That's right. That's right.
It's like if you own, like that's how McDonald's got big, right? It's like they made their first McDonald's, and then they pitched to investors like, hey, franchise our McDonald's. It's got our brand and our logo on it, right? But they make their
it's your business.
Franchise cut.
Yeah, it's your business. You own it.
You run it too.
You run it, but we'll handle the marketing. We'll handle all that stuff. We'll handle the assets, bring you the buns and the meat and the fries. We'll handle all that. You just run the business.
Interesting.
And the beauty is that it would be automated, so they don't have to do much.
It's true. They just sign up. They deploy our games into their land and
log into their control panel every once in a while, see how much money they're making.
That's right. Passive income.
Much activity. And
it's almost like designing like an actual arcade game, right? And then there's a bunch of arcades everywhere playing the same games.
Exactly.
That's cool as fuck. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the franchise, what you described, that's the best way to.
That's true.
To put it.
That's a good analogy. Franchising.
Yeah. Why? Yeah, I can't. The technical stuff's gonna take a while. how you guys could pull that off, but I get it from a business sense for sure. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, the things that tend to make the most money are the things that make other people money.
Yeah, we're providing the tools and the access for. I mean, in a bigger sense, for these landowners, basically.
Yeah, and it's good if you're doing it early, right? Build a name, a brand.
Hell yeah.
Like something like, oh shit, because right now we don't even know.
Yeah, so let's talk about Decentraland. So we just got access to avatars, and the last time I checked, which was like I think a day or two ago, that there was 1,500 people signed up for an avatar. So that means they got every one of those 1,500 people got a unique name associated to their avatar.
Yeah.
So
they paid 100 mana.
100 mana,
which is what, $5?
Yeah.
And they own that name.
Yep. So
the name is essentially an asset, right?
Iman, you signed up?
Yeah.
Oscar, did you sign up?
Yes, I know.
So what is y'all's names?
Isaac.
Mine is Oscar, but with a 0 because it was already taken.
I can't believe your name.
But it
got
looks
jacked,
exactly
dude.
the same as Oscar's. So as long as there's no like search,
But it's kind of like you're gonna have to always tell people, it's like, make sure you put a 0.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
you know,
hopefully it's a different symbol in game. But you know, who's see?
It's Oscar.
zero
Zero
scar.
scar.
Zero
Yeah.
scar.
Zero scars.
And I ended up getting Will. So
Nice.
because William was taken.
oh yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
damn.
Nah,
But
Will's better.
Will's
shorter.
better because it's 4 letters. So
Yeah, shorter is better.
Yeah. So yeah, we're ready. We're locked and loaded. But I'm gonna make more names. I think. I don't know.
I only did it late because I was in Mexico. So
that's
See,
true.
you did it before
That
the rest
screwed
of
me
us. Like, I just did it. I think yesterday, or maybe today. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But-
perhaps I could have gotten the real name.
But the point of doing
The
this
guy's
is
gonna walk around like, "What the hell? How do we have the same name?"
It's like that Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other.
Well, but the point of doing this is beta access, right?
That's correct.
Don't we get beta access, or it's not?
So apparently we just got the name, but not the passport or something.
That's
like that.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what the fuck is the passport? You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
like
know.
this special thing.
I think that's the full-on login to DCL.
Probably it. That's probably it.
What we got is hopefully an NFT of our name, maybe.
I don't know, but
Well,
this is like
'Cause we
step
did buy
one.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we bought it. We paid legit cash.
So it
Right.
depends. Hopefully it's an NFT because like signing up for Twitter, we get a handle that is unique, but it's not an NFT, right? So an
Yeah.
NFT
It's
is
a good one.
tradable,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Like
you
I
could-
said, yeah, the voice.com, $30 million.
Yeah.
That shit sold for, right?
yeah, a domain, yeah.
So you speculate, if this thing takes off, I don't know what companies would be huge and want to be registered avatars. Or maybe
So-
like celebrity names. I don't know.
I would just wait on that because it's like if you look at Donald Trump's Twitter, his handle is real Donald Trump. And so there's another guy who got at Donald Trump.
Mm.
And so if you go to that handle, it just points to the real Donald Trump. I think
yeah, there's ways around it, right?
yeah, the CIA, somebody forced him, maybe paid him $100K, whatever it is, to point to the actual,
Yeah.
Twitter handle. And so if that's the case, having a name in Decentraland is not as valuable as we think it is.
Yeah, like I said, you could just make a character called Drake, right?
Yeah.
And then he could just be like, "Fuck, somebody took it. I'll just put real Drake."
Real Drake, yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
Drizzy
If
or
they're not,
something.
if they're not willing to pay what you're willing to sell for, then
Yeah,
They get
if I
around
were
it.
them, I'd be like, "Fuck it, man! I'll just name myself something else." It doesn't. Well, I don't know. It depends how powerful their brand is.
Yeah.
I don't know. See,
We should have got MKBHD or something.
damn, just jack all his swag. Shit, but that's true. Like him, that's his brand. Like he can't be anything else.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
He would buy it too.
Well, couldn't he just name himself like Marquise or whatever is in his name?
Yeah, but
Marcus or something?
yeah.
I guess. But yeah, man, I'm pumped, man.
Yeah,
Can't
so
wait for this shit.
and I think according to Maddie, he's on a Discord, like a private Discord where people have actually tried the beta and they said it's pretty cool.
That's what I've been hearing.
So
Even like, yeah, everyone's saying great things about it. And I saw like a fucking boar hunter game with a bow and arrow. Dude, that looked legit as fuck. They look cool. It looked like something straight out of Minecraft. Like kids would get hooked on that.
on Decentraland?
true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like you could probably.
Yeah, it was in the blog post, like the screenshot of the bow and arrow game.
Oh.
They said they were gonna talk about it in another blog.
So you just saw a picture then?
I think it was a picture.
Oh. I thought you saw like action.
but there was some animals
I mean,
in there.
there's action happening, right?
I hope so.
But to me, when I saw that, I got excited because it looked so close to Minecraft.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, dude. Like, again, that's just like probably like one parcel. There's 45,000 of these fucking things. There's going to be so much to do for kids, to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Not just kids, just people.
Yeah.
And just, how successful Minecraft is and stuff. I was like, man, I this is a no-brainer, man. You got to jump on board on this type of shit. I think the obstacle is going to be how to on-ramp these kids into this. Because,
No, absolutely.
yeah, dude,
If you
downloading
gotta-
a fucking MetaMask and shit
Yeah.
is not...
Oh, yeah.
And then you gotta like if these kids are actually playing, they gotta ask their parents to hey mom, can you send me some Ethereum and some
well,
and
depending
some
on your
mana?
wallet, the Dapper one I have, the
Yeah.
one that CryptoKitties company made, you could just purchase Ethereum with your credit card.
Oh, so they just enter their credit card information.
Then you got Ether in your wallet, and then I
Okay.
guess you could purchase mana with it.
Yeah, I think you can do that with MetaMask as well.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that makes it easier, but
Yeah.
then there's
But you still got to get mana, which is a process, right?
well, I'm assuming if you got Ether on your MetaMask, there's got to be some way you could convert that Ether to mana, just like how on
Oh yeah, like a
Yeah.
atomic swap.
something like that.
Yeah. I think you can do that.
Yeah. I did that on on Decentraland's actual platform, we're using my ledger. I just transferred Ethereum onto that account, and then through the Bancor network, you could buy mana, but then you gotta like pay more fees and shit, right?
Mm-hmm. So. It's like for example, MakerDAO. It's not on Binance, but if you use one of these like MetaMask's, websites, you can convert Ethereum into MakerDAO without having to use an exchange.
Yeah.
And so that would be the way to get MakerDAO.
I mean, it's so much better than it was like 2 years ago.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like, so much better. They're coming up with tons of new little tools and stuff, but it's not there yet to where like the layman, everyday kid's going to do this type of shit.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, the kids could figure it out, but not the parents.
Yeah, not the parents. That's what I was going to say.
Might be right, yeah. Kids probably would figure that out. It's not that hard. It's just it's a Google add-on, right? It's just,
basically.
Everybody knows how to download ad blocker.
Right.
So they could just do the same thing, and it's pretty simple instructions. So
yeah. So
did you make your avatars look like yourselves?
I did.
I tried to, but there weren't that many options.
Yeah, so did I.
And another post from the admins, they said that they're wanting to get avatars to be unique, but that's going to be a long process. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to be like that VR chat that we saw where you can be pretty much anything.
I think the best thing they could do in the meantime is just, I'm not sure if it's up to Decentraland to do this or for like all these developers to come out with skins.
Yeah.
Like unique skins to wear.
See, that's another thing that we could provide if, the technology was there.
I think they are going for, meaning because because the eyebrows and stuff like that, that's just a different image.
It's just
so
PNG.
They're definitely going to have the capability of like uploading your unique image, but it's going to be for everybody to use. It's not like, so who knows? Like, I don't know how they're going to make that work.
I mean, like anybody could.
It's not going to be. They're not going to host one image that is just for you on their hosting platform. They at least not right now. They have to host everybody's capability of having that eyebrow or whatever.
So it's like a Minecraft skin, right? Like they have a pumpkin head for sale.
Yeah.
Every fucking little kid in the world around Halloween is probably running around with a pumpkin head, but it's still cool.
Yeah.
And they're still buying these things.
But that pumpkin head only works on specific servers. Like if you run your own Minecraft server, that pumpkin head may not be available.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know how that works.
So
I'm just saying because I remember my little nephews doing that shit. They were buying like little robot suits, right? Because a Minecraft dude is literally just a blocky guy with just like regular like a shorts and a t-shirt, right?
Yeah,
that's how you start out. But there's tons of skins like for sale, like $4 skins, right? You could be anything you want.
Yeah.
In-app purchase.
What are they doing buying skins?
What do you mean? What are they doing? They're playing fashion show. I don't know.
Shit, man, that shit gets expensive, man. Like it's gonna be like that kid that spent $75,000 on that Fortnite skin.
Exactly. It's just.
But the difference is Decentraland, the owners of it don't want. They're not trying to monetize it. They're trying to create this virtual world that other people can monetize. Like that's their main goal. I think they make money in different other ways, like land sales and stuff like that. The money goes to them, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
It gets burned, but something like that happens.
Or I'm not sure if there's fees associated to land transfer. Whenever you bought land, did you see like a line item that maybe like 10 mana goes to like the network or something? Did you see any line items like that?
What network? There's an Ethereum
like
fee.
Like the Decentraland network.
No, I didn't see anything about Decentraland fees. But
yeah, because I think they made all their money up front in the ICO or whatever it was, the land sale. And they might make another land sale where I guess they make money as well.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I guess they made their money off the initial token sale, right? I think they made like...
And so their interest is into boosting the price of mana, I would assume.
Yeah, because they're holding a shit ton of it, right?
Yeah.
Because of their ICO.
Okay.
They want the price of mana to go up, and they want... Well, I guess the land isn't theirs anymore. It's belongs to the community.
That's right.
Yeah, they were even recently talking about... Because they have this voting system called Agora built into Decentraland. And they were trying to figure out something. I'm trying to.
You mean like something they're voting on?
Yeah, something they're voting on that's kind of related to how the land. Oh yeah, how voting rights are established. Do you own land and you can vote, or do you own mana and you can vote?
Interesting.
And each mana is a vote, and each land is like 1,000 votes. Like that's what they're trying to decide on. So all these things are getting built like dynamically. The point I was gonna bring up is that. Because they have this voting system, the way they monetize is going to be very like a tender subject. That's why, at least right now, I think they're just going to monetize like everybody else monetizes, not like built into the game. There's going to be in-app purchases where it goes to them. the creators of the system.
Yeah, that's tough, man. Like how do we expect the developers of Decentraland to like make money and like sustain this project?
The developers?
Yeah. I guess
Developers of Decentraland.
maybe they create avatars, they create like custom builds.
Well, let's think about EOS. How do they? I mean, they made $4 billion. I don't think they're expecting to make any more money.
That's true.
They're just expecting that EOS token to go up. You know, all the EOS they're holding.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it's all about that. Like that's the whole purpose of these ICOs and crowdfunding, right? So they always reserve like 10% for like an emergency fund in case like shit hits the fan, right?
Yeah.
That's always part of their ICO plans.
That's interesting.
But I mean, they could easily, if they're developers of Decentraland, they could easily create a game just like everybody else, right? Like EOS Block 1,
Yeah.
they're creating a DApp on their own platform, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Same thing. They just create their own.
Yeah, I think because
product.
they have all the early access to the future. I think they have all the imagination of what it will be. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm not too worried about how they're gonna make money because they'll figure something out.
Well, even if they don't make money, like what's going to happen? Like they just stop developing, I guess.
No, I mean,
No,
just
so
like they did
it's
the
sort of
original.
open source, so we
Yeah.
can continue developing for Decentraland.
That's the whole. Yeah, that's the whole point, right? Like
Yeah.
once this thing is launched, they could just disappear.
They could technically disappear, yeah.
Like fuck, like just it's up to us.
Yeah.
The rest, the community, the Decentraland community.
Yeah, if the community
over.
wants like a certain like feature or capability in the game, I guess the developer just takes it upon themselves to do it.
Yeah, or we have to gotta vote for it. That's the whole Agora thing.
Yeah, well that
But then who does it?
well, that's the thing. I don't know.
We need a council, man.
And then-
we always talk. Decentralizing things is fucking tough.
It is tough.
You know? God
Yeah,
damn.
because think about it. If you're like a newbie developer that can make some stuff for Decentraland, like how do you gain money for doing that? Like what is your incentive to continue building in Decentraland if you're not getting paid? How are you going to pay your bills? In other words.
Yeah, it seems like some people were posting about that in the Decentraland Discord, and they were just this artist, 3D modeler, and some other developer, and they all said post in hiring. But the point is that they can make money today by offering their services to other Decentraland landowners and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
I
that's
see.
how they could today, and then basically one guy said, yeah, if you do that for a couple months, you got enough money to buy some land. So
But if you're a landowner and you're hiring someone to build something on your plot of land, I mean, you're pretty confident that you're going to make money.
Or you're not confident. You're just it's like starting any business, right?
Well,
Well, I mean,
that's
you're
true.
supposed to be confident, but success rate's like fucking 5% or something like that. Starting any business, right?
Yeah, for sure. But in Decentraland it's a little bit different because it's so new.
Exactly.
or,
right, yeah.
or they could just be building something that visually they want to have on their land. That's about
That's true.
it. Like,
Yeah.
especially with 3D modelers and
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You could just literally pay someone just to build them a nice house.
Yeah.
Nice mansion.
Like
Yeah.
if you were Tesla, you were Elon, and you wanted to like advertise Tesla in the game, like you would probably pay a developer to build something like custom for your plot of land, and then it doesn't really do anything; it just shows off a car, and that's it.
I don't think they would do that though. They would definitely do something.
You'd think so? Yeah.
Something interactive or what?
I don't know. It's Tesla, dude. They're not gonna just build a fucking. Well, they might. Just advertising, but they could build.
You could come to our virtual showroom. I think that's what they
Yeah.
call them.
Yeah.
Come check out our products.
And then of course you could buy a Tesla within Decentraland just for the novelty of it.
yeah, just have enough mana.
Maybe buy a Tesla in Mana.
Or some type of VR driving experience. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that too.
Something like that.
Yeah, that
Or
would be next
VR
level.
SpaceX experience. You like go to
Yeah.
Mars.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking dope, dude.
Hell yeah.
Strap on a bunch of 3D cameras or whatever, fuck VR cameras on that rocket. Just let us go to space.
Yeah.
Why not, dude?
Yeah, I was just showing Iman that there's these guys who spent like 9 years building Lord of the Rings, like the actual land in Minecraft. And it looked pretty amazing.
Yeah, I was wondering how they did that.
Have you seen it? Everybody seems to have heard of it, but
Yeah, I saw it recently. I don't know why.
yeah.
Well, that's the whole point of the
Twitter.
game. Like people build this amazing shit on Minecraft. That's why it's so
Yeah.
popular. It's
Yeah.
like Legos times 1,000.
Yeah.
That's why it's so cool. You can't do
Yeah.
that with Legos.
Yeah, you
'cause-
can't. You run out of Legos.
yeah, that, and then some asshole could come just knock them over, right? So Minecraft, it was a breakthrough, I guess, in that sense.
Yeah.
You know,
But you could do that in Decentraland.
Yeah, you
as long as the poly count is within limits and you have enough
And
land.
if you have land.
yeah. See, that's the thing. They didn't pay shit.
What?
Except maybe they.
Would you visit the Decentraland Lord of the Rings area?
Well, I would visit it for sure.
Yeah, But like, would you pay money to visit it? Yeah, why not? It'd be like a haunted experience, you know?
Yeah.
They could turn that into an actual theme park. Like,
Yeah, they could.
like that whole setup they had, like they could have easily incorporated some type of
Some melee weapons and
I don't know,
orcs.
something. You know, they get creative with it.
Yeah, they could.
So Decentraland has a little ways to go, but their beta is supposed to be coming out soon. So we're going to be trying it as soon as it's ready.
So how do we get started with your idea about?
So
what do we do?
with the current game that we've been working on, we just need to add. I mean, the next piece of the puzzle is adding the backend / the monetization with Mana. So integrating all that payment system and getting a little kiosk, little interface working. And that's why I had that idea. Is like, well, you know, there's a lot of landowners out there and very few like visitors at the moment. So let's provide, you know, a way to give these landowners some power.
Mm-hmm.
One second. Let's do another pause, and we'll be right back. And we're back. So Oscar, we were just talking about, you know, how do we get started on this idea that you had with the whole analogy of Wix versus like a custom website.
See, that's I mean, like, but first, like, it's so crazy further. How like this shit just keeps evolving. You know, more and more. It started off as like, let's just like put a little stick in the road. It says the block runner on it, and like, and then just now we have a game, and then like now we're expanding past that.
Yeah,
that's what's.
It's
so
because
awesome.
there's so much opportunity.
Yeah,
I mean, we see like in Decentraland, like it's so limiting. Like the tools to build something is so limiting, and that most people are just gonna have a parcel with like stock builder assets. Yeah. And like there's nothing to see there. There's nothing to do there. So like it's just gonna be like boring stuff.
So
correct.
In your brain, you're more concerned, you said, about the back end, not so much the
because so in general the franchise model, because any land that you go and visit, like all those assets, the visual assets that you see, you can duplicate that stuff just like you can duplicate an entire website if that website is all front end, meaning like there's nothing fancy that you can do. So that means you can just copy paste that into your own website. So the idea is to prevent that.
What's an example of like a
front end only?
No, like a back end shit you can't like Twitter. Like you can't copyright Twitter, right?
Anything that has a login. So basically, like that's the most
like
common
social
thing.
Media.
Yeah, social media, e-commerce, like requires something to run on the back end for that e-commerce website to make a sale. And
what about like all these people who use Squarespace because they want to sell their teddy bears that they make? You know what I mean? And then they have like a PayPal section, right? That's e-commerce.
Yeah, that's kind of similar to what we want to do.
Yeah,
like that, because you can on your website, your domain name, you can host that e-commerce store that they provided for you, right? So that's kind of what we're doing. The landowners are gonna host the scene that we provide to them. So in our case, it's going to be a game, but it could be an e-commerce like digital shop that it has populated with their items. So just like you can customize your Shopify store and have your own domain name that leads to that Shopify store. That's what we'll provide to you, to these landowners. And to me, the main reason why I thought about it is like, well, there's not that many visitors right now, obviously, because it's not opened up yet. But there are a shit ton of landowners out there that probably can't have access to much.
There's definitely not a lot of visitors, and there's not a whole ton of hype on Decentraland because there's only like 1,500 people that actually signed up for an avatar.
Yeah.
But that's because there's no content to show anybody. There's nothing to like really take advantage of.
Sorry. Microphone was fucking up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, well,
and that's why there's not a lot of hype around it. I mean,
well, it's because it's an unlaunched product, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody fucking knows about it. There's no marketing yet. Yeah, like who the fuck? There will be no marketing though.
Yeah,
like, you know,
there will be people. It'll be people like us who market the game.
Like, say there's a big game company.
Yeah. Like,
let's say Battle Racers or whatever, or Chain Breakers. There's a bunch of these big games, right? They might have a marketing budget. They could put some commercials out on YouTube or something like that.
Right.
Come play our game on Decentraland or something. I'm thinking that's the only way the marketing is going to happen, right? But Decentraland itself, there's not going to be like a marketing division to bring people on board, I don't think.
See, they're going to be spending marketing dollars to get people to play their game. When people enter Decentraland, they'll be like, dude, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
They're going to be wanting to explore versus like wanting to like get
just
into
stay in that
you know, limited space.
Yep.
gonna be like a grassroots growth.
Yeah.
It could be explosive because like once you
so
like
too.
you're gonna tell your friends, hey, come join
Potential
us.
is there, I think. Definitely
it's-
among the
it-
crypto community.
It's naturally viral.
Yeah,
because you want to share the experience.
crypto community, but not only that, I have a lot of confidence in it because if you can have a game like Minecraft that's very successful, something like Decentraland is going to be obviously successful.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I see it.
Yeah, definitely requires developers to engineer some cool stuff. But yeah, the better and better their in-house builder becomes, then yeah, it's too easy to make something cool that people want to visit.
Yeah, and like Minecraft doesn't really require developers, so to speak. I mean, you can, but it doesn't require it, right? You just use your imagination, you build, Lord of the Rings, and you have it. But in Decentraland, it does require developers. So
they're gonna have a mobile version of this too, right? Decentraland, I think so.
I heard that.
I think that's what the HTC partnership is all about. They're gonna have some type of mobile because they need it.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah.
Like web browsing and shit is like going down the tubes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, like for real. When it comes to like gaming and shit,
Oh yeah.
I think even Blizzard's making mobile games. They're prioritizing the mobile market.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
just easier access, and
I guess.
there's some like crappy mobile games that are making like $100,000 a day, premium models. But yeah, I mean,
I'm sure they thought of it. They got everything in check. It's just, can we deliver?
yeah, and Decentraland is really a virtualized internet, right? And
Yeah,
so
that's how I think of it.
if you use that as an analogy, what does an internet have that Decentraland doesn't? And so we start building those tools, and we monetize those tools so that other people can, make Decentraland better.
So what was around early internet? What was it lacking?
Payment infrastructure,
That's right.
right? And
this is built in from the get-go.
yeah, which is built in Decentraland already. What else? I guess
And it's the content, really. I mean,
the content. Yeah.
yeah, for any new environment, any new platform, yeah, it's all about the content. So pretty in September they're planning on a similar to a creator contest that they had recently, but this time it's going to be for developers. So it's going to be dynamic scene creation contest, and they're going to be opening it up to, because there was one recently in June, I believe, but that one was limited to 100 developers that they invited. Now this one's going to be open up to the whole internet. So yeah, it should explode.
I think so.
The user count. Once that's out there,
We'll get a good idea once the beta launches, because if we start running into people, that's a good sign.
Yeah. And there's got to be shit built too, and all that.
Yeah.
Not too much. Like I said, if it's early internet compared to that, like how many websites were up at the beginning of the internet? Not that many, right?
Yeah.
The shit just keeps expanding and growing today. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I was originally skeptical on kind of what it's going to look like having, because when you look at our parcel and you see the game running, it takes like a second or two for it to load. If that takes a second or two for that one parcel to load,
yeah,
how many seconds will my surrounding area take to load?
it's gonna be gross. It's gonna be a lag fest, I bet.
the new SDK is a little bit better. I guess it has that loading splash screen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a good point. It's gonna be
But
a load fest.
we've seen games with like hundreds of people on the server, and it doesn't take that long to load. And so I wouldn't expect Decentraland to take that long either.
But yeah, Decentraland is going to load on the fly, and all these games in the past definitely have like an actual loading screen, and then you go into the game.
Right,
So
correct.
so everything preloads at once.
But those games you have to download onto your computer, and then that app has access to a server that creates the content and connects everybody.
But in terms of the assets, that's what needs to be loaded, not
Yeah, that's true.
the code that runs
Dude,
the game.
They have a tough job.
Yeah, it's definitely unique, and nobody can catch up too quickly once they're out there. They made a lot of good progress. I'm impressed. That's why I still stick around. And I do hear about other competing brand virtual worlds out there.
We've heard of,
But they're all limited. Like one has a single developer like creating everything, but he's further along than these guys are. But his goal isn't as massive as Decentraland. So, and then the other one has been out there for a while, but it's limited in its capability.
Mhm.
So this one has the right combination, and maturity is getting better and better. So the fact that they're making SDK releases like consistently, that's what keeps me around.
Mm-hmm.
doesn't seem like a dead thing.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, the creators are
definitely
still
not.
creating, so that's what's important.
And what they're creating is just the tools for you guys.
Yep,
That's what
exactly.
they're doing.
Yeah, improving the tools. They just announced that they have a Stack Overflow category, so now you can inside the most massive FAQ for coding, they now have a Decentraland category.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I looked up stuff where I couldn't figure stuff out with the SDK, the builder, the tools, and I couldn't find anything on the internet. So I had to go talk to these guys directly. But now there's going to be a hub for all that information.
Okay.
So, yeah, they're getting better.
Yeah, I like that the developers in Decentraland, they're pretty active and they respond pretty quickly. So
Are they? I heard they weren't like the
Really?
lead guys. I heard on like a Reddit forum, like people wish the co-creators, I guess, were more active.
well, maybe the founders are probably busy doing other shit, but
But you're talking about just
like the actual hands-on developers, they're
The
doing
guys in
something.
the trenches.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys do respond.
Yeah.
They're actively on the
basically
Discord.
admins, right, in the Discord.
Yeah, it seems
Something
like
that.
it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, everything looks like it's trucking along, dude. It's taking longer than I thought. I think when we first found out about this.
Did you should pull up the
Oh, yeah.
Decentraland roadmap.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah. That's the thing. They released the actual roadmap, and it wasn't exactly how we were expecting it.
Yeah, it's kind of definitely a unique way.
Yeah, post a link on our Discord.
Yeah, that roadmap.
You know, we got to make our Discord public too.
it's
Hey.
not.
Well, it's not that it's not public. Is I just haven't shared the link.
I posted in Decentraland category.
Okay, so dude, I like using Brave, man.
I still haven't gotten
It's the best.
on. Not yet. There's a little fox, dude.
Oh yeah.
So what are those? Those are character.
Like the default avatars that came with the SDK.
So when we play the game,
Originally, people were hoping, or people were expecting this was going to be the avatar style.
yeah, exactly. That looks so much cooler.
Yeah.
Where you can be anything you want.
Dude,
right?
avatars suck, dude.
I know, because they're just humans, right?
It
Like we're
looks like
tired
it-
of humans.
Are
I
we
think-
playing Xbox or what?
Since originally they were planning on being a VR platform,
Yeah.
and that's why I think they originally designed these avatars.
That's true. I
Looking
get
at
that.
the fox and this little robot dude. But now that it's initially not going to be VR, I think that's why they switched the avatar style.
Yeah, it's gonna be more like a Sims type game at the start.
Yep.
Wait, that's him, ain't it? Esteban or something?
Well, this is more like the avatars.
Oh, that's definitely that's 100% the Avatar. Which is, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I guess it's good enough. Gets the job done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I was wondering, I wonder if there's going to be a vote later on for first person or third person view. Like, 'cause now that it's not,
That's a good question.
doesn't need to be a virtual world experience in the beginning. Then
I think it should stay first person. That way you stay like
more engaged.
somewhat
engaged.
Somewhat VR. You just
True.
put your face like right in front of the screen.
Yeah.
It's good enough.
Yeah, true.
See, there you go. There's a little scene. That's one parcel.
See this scene, like, what do you do here? Like, you're just gonna walk by this.
Yeah, I
guess.
This guy that spent $2,000 or $3,000 on this parcel, people are just gonna walk by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I went onto a scene that was a whole mall, and there was a whole bunch of that. Like,
A whole mall?
yeah, a mall.
Like how many parcels do you think that mall was?
It was probably at least a 3x3, if not more.
Okay. It's
That's-
kind of big.
Yeah.
Pretty big, actually.
It could have been a 3x6, if anything. I'll post the link later on. If I find it.
But right now it's just like you just like walk through it and there's just shit on display. Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Not interactive. Sometimes I use those
See, that's what
assets.
about more than 90% of Decentraland is gonna be like nothingness. Like we were walking into a world that was just hit by like a nuclear explosion, and there's just buildings and
Yeah.
it's desolate.
Yeah.
Except for people walking around.
Yeah, that.
But I mean, it'll still be a cool experience, but nobody's gonna pay money for
Well,
that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like if we can build some tools for the landowners to make something interactive.
Like for that, what would you do for?
Well, what are you gonna do? I just
That's a single parcel. I don't know.
yeah.
Fucking let's see. How do you monetize
And then
that?
chairs
Sit
and
down
like
action.
yeah, chairs and homes and beds. Like, why do you need that?
Yeah, that's so true.
It's got to be more active, like things that you can do, not homes and lawns and mailboxes.
Yeah, that's so true.
You gotta build a scene though. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
I understand you got to populate the world with like something,
Yeah.
but if this is the game, we're in trouble.
Yeah, what do you need that mailbox for?
Fucking mail, dude. Maybe you get mail in the Decentraland. Who knows? There might be a postal.
What, are you gonna walk to your mailbox and
Yeah.
Why
open
not?
it and
Why not?
you've got
dude?
mail?
Okay, that's a better representation. Okay, they're walking. I see like a castle in the background.
Yeah.
Cherry pie, Lucius. That guy looks real happy for some reason.
Lucius.
Yeah, see, I guess it'll just be like a place for you and your friends to come
A park.
and just chat and just chill, maybe. You know,
It's possible.
That could be what these spawn points are gonna be. What do they call it?
because it's cooler than going on Discord, right?
I would say so.
Like that's the way we communicate right now through the internet. You know, us freaking
Genesis
cyber geeks.
City. I think
Yeah.
that's what they call them.
Yeah, dude. See, what this reminds me of now is when I played World of Warcraft. I spent probably like half of my playtime just running around. Like, there's an action house in the game. they
Yeah,
built.
yeah.
There's a roof on it. I would just run in circles on that roof, just while I'm talking
Yeah.
on like Ventrilo or TeamSpeak or whatever.
Yeah.
Just fucking running, minding the sleep, because I have nothing else to do while I'm waiting for like a raid to start or something like
Oh,
that.
okay, yeah.
So essentially, you can do the same thing here. Just like everyone comes and hangs out, and they're just running in circles, and they're all talking to each other and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's whoa. What is that?
I don't know what this is. It says nothing.
What's at the top? The
The
title.
color code is different than usual. I don't know what that's
I'm
about.
trying to zoom out, but it's not working.
It's like the Decentral. Oh, okay, here we go.
Ask a landowner for a spot to show off your scene.
I think that's renting. I don't know why they didn't say renting.
So we've been at work to help content creators deploy their content on other people's land with the land pool and scene pool initiatives. But we are not going to unleash the platform's full potential until we make it dead easy for creatives to show off their work and for landowners to see what the latest interesting content out there. This new feature will help better connect content creators and landowners to work together.
I think that's kind of
That's renting.
what we would provide, meaning like
Basically, a tool for the landowner to
view these options that they could deploy onto their
and
to their
the
land.
options are interactive options.
Yeah.
Things
That
that can make them money
creators-
potentially.
that creators would post on there. So we would just be preparing for that, I guess, or we would do our own version of that.
Yeah, I think this is gonna chug along pretty slow. Now that I'm looking at this,
Well, if you look at the second column, the coming soon, like it seems like one of those are crossed out. Now we're gonna
Closed Access Beta Explorer.
so that's already happening.
Decentraland opens the first few hundred
Oh.
community members for early access and testing. This allows development team to stress test the platform while giving the chance to content creators experience their work in a world on a drastically improved Explorer.
Actually, I think that's what's coming up next.
Yeah, this is what's coming up next.
this is what you signed
And
up
that
for,
one.
right? Remember?
Yeah.
Toonpunk, isn't that what it was about?
Yeah.
He was like asking people who wanted to be on the beta. Dude, I hope one of us gets in for
Cr-
real.
Oh, look at this. Create your Decentraland passport and sign up for the beta release. You're getting closer to the full unveiling of avatars, which we just saw, and users will be able to create their own Decentraland passport, a single sign-on for all Decentraland experiences.
Yeah, it seems like a
Uh,
login.
Like,
Remember, I was asking you, like, we got avatars, but how does my computer know that I'm Will? So, and I was thinking, well, maybe it's connected to my MetaMask, which contains potentially the NFT token of Will, but I didn't receive any token, so...
And it seemed like you can create multiple usernames or avatars, but you can have only one passport.
Right.
That's
really?
I think the passport is going to be what's tied to your address, your Ethereum address,
Oh, okay.
MetaMask account, but you can have multiple names in there. So hopefully those are also NFTs.
The community decided that the fantasy would be the next asset pack to be added to the builder.
Which one? Fantasy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the option was like fantasy, medieval, and like future tech. They chose fantasy.
Come on.
What would you have chosen?
Dude, future
Future
tech.
tech? Like space and shit?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Fantasy always wins, man. Fantasy's where it's at. You missed out on WoW, man. See, you don't have that shit in your blood.
Tech collisions of a player with items and move player. Huh. Well, we kind of understand like their roadmap. This is a good idea to do a roadmap with Trello.
Why? What's the big thing about Trello?
It's just instead of
What is Trello?
Trello
Is an organization tool for your team.
Yeah,
So
let's go to Trello.
so we could start using Trello if we needed to task some stuff to each other. You're on the block runner.
So we can assign tasks, and that way we all know what each other are doing.
Yeah, share the status of current tasks.
Yeah.
Like since we're doing development on the game, what's coming up next? What's the holdup? Bottlenecks?
So I think the flow should be
Like something I was going to ask you, Iman, was did you get into any of the 3D modeling? Did you try it
Not
out?
yet, no.
Did
Like
you
I
look
said,
into it?
Yeah, I looked into it. I looked up for some Udemy courses. I found one that's looks legit as fuck. It's only like $10, I think, and it's got like 140 hours of content.
Oh wow,
Damn.
That's a lot, right? For
Hell
$10.
probably need like 10 hours. You get
You think so?
You get
Do you
to
think it's that easy? Is it?
DCL level.
Yeah. Isn't a university degree like 160 hours?
I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
That's a good question.
But that's like
Yeah.
an hour is like a semester's worth of.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not actually like
Not
160
actually
hours.
160 hours.
This is like, I think he just has a ton of videos. I guess I haven't bought it yet, but yeah, I'm going to. If
Yeah, you only need like maybe 1 or 2 hours of watching that stuff to build what Decentraland needs.
you seriously think it's that easy,
Hell yeah, dude.
it can't be.
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
because
do look.
I was
pretty
gonna say
crude.
10 hours, but yeah.
Yeah, it looks crude as fuck. I mean, you got to
Dude.
familiar yourselves with the software, right? The what do they call it, Blender?
Yeah.
That's the part that's going to take time. All the tools and all the whatever the fucks.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to become like second nature to where you.
But once you put a cube on there and you start manipulating that cube, that's pretty much all we need.
Okay,
Yeah.
give me like something to build.
Yeah, some goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like 3 things. You know, what I mean,
Well, I mentioned the sign.
sign.
Yeah, that
So I can just design it however I want.
A little
Yeah.
kiosk.
it could be whatever.
Or
So because ultimately you're gonna click on it and then the UI is gonna pop up anyways.
The UI.
The UI that
user interface.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
that I'll have to develop
So
just as like, oh yes, I do want to pay for the game.
that's where I gotta get creative and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you can make it look like your favorite sign and your favorite game. Just duplicate that. Dupe that
Nah,
shit.
dude, it's got to be unique to us.
No. Don't start with a blank canvas. Literally go and find something that you like and literally copy it.
Yeah. Challenge yourself to. I wonder if I can create this.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Never ever start with a blank canvas.
Why
Yeah,
not, dude? What if I just
'cause
have
that's
a
not how
beautiful
shit
mind
works.
or some shit?
Negatory.
What if this is like my unknown calling? You know what I'm saying? I just get on there, it's like fucking make some awesome ass shit.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
ideal.
That's what you're
You
hoping
can
for.
very
Very
rich off of
unlikely.
Did Dahlia ever
Skill
try?
set. I think
No,
so.
she's way too busy with like other stuff.
Yeah, she tried and then like stopped, right? For,
Yeah.
like a little bit.
Yeah, she researched a little bit further. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't like it.
Probably.
And it is complex
What the fuck? You
To-
just said it's easy.
to a certain extent. Like if you're overwhelmed by it, then yeah, it seems complex. But
Yeah, at the
if you're just
beginning
trying to-
it sounds
if you're just trying to stretch a square out, then yeah,
because it
then
seems
it's
like
easy.
it seems like a daunting task because it's fucking like
yeah, 3D modeling. Yeah, you can create anything.
it's something. It's like art, right?
Well-
and I know. Look, dude. I draw like stick figures. Here, I could show you the art I've been drawing on here, dude. It's pretty awful. Like while I've been recording these podcasts, I just like do side art, like when I'm bored.
That's
Look at that
why
shit.
I'm probably the same way. But I like to steal Picasso's. Man, like I like.
Yeah,
to,
that's why you never start with a blank canvas.
Yeah,
you know what? That's actually not bad. I built like a little fucking robot, like
Yeah.
a spider bot, dude.
Yeah.
I could totally.
Oh yeah,
do
so yeah,
that.
there you go. You could. You really got the,
Now you just gotta import that
the
into the game.
foundational skills of doodling.
See, I feel like you guys are like my parents, and I just like drew this in school. It's like, oh, that's nice, son. That was a nice drawing.
It's good enough for DCL.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's when I saw that post from Maddie that bunker.
Oh yeah,
That was like a puzzle.
yeah,
Yeah, dude, all that shit looks like
an escape room.
easy to make.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know if it's easy to make, but it just looks super basic.
it looks fun. Like to make that stuff too.
The thing is,
I
it
wish I
has to
had more
be-
time.
It has to be super basic because it's
Yeah.
they have to load all that stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
because
on the fly.
the Udemy course that I looked at, like he showed examples of like, oh, you could build scenes like this, and it was like fucking amazing shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Nope.
Yeah. It was like a scene of like a street with a bunch of houses and trees, and like it was all beautiful and just real looking shade. Like what?
The good thing is that once it's loaded, then yeah, you could have all that. I mean, like if you want people to wait a long time, then yeah, you could have that niceness.
No.
And it might not be that long if you break it up into pieces.
So what? Like, say I build something and it's finished. What do I do with it then?
Then you just send it over to me, or
It's like a file?
You figure out how to export it to GLTF. I don't know. I think that's what it is. And then I'll load it up, and then I can just send you the link of what your creation is.
But
live.
you need dimensions too, right? It can't be a certain
I think
size.
I can stretch it and shrink it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How?
Okay.
just with a single
Command.
yeah.
Yeah.
Matrix mind.
It's like
Okay.
spawn this 3D model, and then
So it's like the 3D model I'm creating.
and then it's like spawn where? Well, spawn at this position. Well,
Yeah.
spawn what size? Like spawn this size.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
So it's like I'll build something and name it a specific thing, and then you
I'll import
add it to your toolkit, basically,
Yeah.
or your box of cool things.
So so what are we calling this idea? Like this
Collaboration.
yeah, like the fact that we can build these tools for landowners because shit, I'm getting where I'm going with this.
The franchise.
The franchise, there you go.
Wow,
The block runner franchise. But I was going somewhere with this. I can't even remember now. God damn it.
Tool sets for owners.
So
here's where I was going. Okay, I remember.
All right.
So our job as creators is to come up with like shit that we can have other landowners deploy on their land. Interactive shit.
Mm-hmm.
Gamify something, make something move, something where people will pay to use. Maybe even the land itself, being as custom as it is, they'll buy that and deploy it on their land.
So say like we make this like a tower defense type game.
Mm-hmm.
I have to design like the monsters and shit. 3D model.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
And then animate them.
Me animate them? How? Is that like another fucking software program?
You save a leg at this position, and then you move it, and then you save it, and then you make it. The animation is move from here to here. That's all the animation is.
So it'll just be a bunch of separate files.
Yeah, separate like positions. Here's a position. Here's a second position. Now transition from this position to that position.
So does the one file have the different positions?
Yeah, it does.
You could probably like just somehow like suck it all into one.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, dude. That sounds fucking cool as hell. Like if I could learn how to do that,
Dude, it's a superpower.
that's what. Yeah, it's true, huh? It's another superpower because it's
You can monetize
you can
that.
create anything. It's like your god.
Yeah.
And then you can create cool logos too, like
Hell
those
yeah.
3D animated logos
Hell
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
dude. You make a 3D version of the Block Runner logo
And then if we do make YouTube videos, then that animated video,
animation,
animated 3D
intro
logo of the Block Runner, a little dude, he could be something that moves on your logo.
I'm gonna try and copy that little robot right there. That square robot.
Yeah, do it.
Let's set down.
We're gonna call him Churro.
Churro?
Yeah.
Churro. I said that so wrong. Okay. I don't know how to draw him, dude.
It's very curvy, but other than the curves.
Okay, Trello.com. I don't even want to attempt to draw
it's a rectangle.
Paper. You know what? I'm going to do
Yeah, it's a cube with like
rectangularized.
Yeah.
And then a sphere.
Half sphere body with another sphere. And
see, okay, I want y'all motherfuckers to do this too. Like I want to see who's the most artistic one here.
Dude, get out of here.
To draw it?
Yeah.
I don't have any utensils.
Here it comes, dude.
I don't have any physical utensils. I only have.
See, I already fucked up. I like ran out of space. Okay, let me retry.
I don't even know where we got this paper. It just arrived here.
This is like Dahlia's. I'm like shitting all over her whole office space. Let's just see. This is just an experiment to see how our real world creativity or artistic ability is. I already know mine's shit, dude. Whatever. I'm like I'm so down. Fuck, look at that. It's like the worst curve ever. I'm so down to help in any way possible, dude. Like I'm willing to learn this shit for sure.
Yeah, that would be super helpful. Yeah, to provide.
Yeah, this is the last superpower that we need.
Yeah.
Once we get that superpower, we're gonna be like the Avengers, dude.
Yeah, and
yeah,
we can get William to learn some audio creation. He's already messing around with all that stuff.
Yeah, I can do that.
Audio creation. What is that all about?
Yeah, so we can make sound effects.
Sound effects.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because his task at the moment, that's what we do need Trello, is that he needs to create the sound effects for hitting 100 jumps or 500 jumps. Different sound effects should play for each goal that people attain.
Yeah, and that's pretty straightforward. And then other than that, we need marketing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we're basically coming up with a company, ladies and gentlemen, right on live.
Yeah, we're coming up with a company with like.
Take your
Some
bets.
of us have no skill though.
Will we succeed?
You know what I'm saying? Like
Will we succeed in acquiring the skills that we need to make this a successful entity.
I have the heart, dude. I just don't have the talent. That's the problem.
Well, it doesn't matter if you have the talent. It's more like if you have the drive, I guess.
Oh yeah, you can learn anything, right?
Yeah, exactly. Execution is everything. Like ideas are shit.
You're right, dude. I have a fucking book full of them, dude. I'm still broke. Like ideas are worthless.
Yeah, if you executed even one of those ideas, then you'd be good.
Nope. Yeah, you're right. If you could just nail one.
Yep. Yeah, and it's all about the follow through. Like initiating the execution is one thing, but yeah, it's all about.
All right. Well, what you got?
I didn't even start. I don't have any utensils here.
Dude, yours looks like it has titties, dude.
What are you talking about?
Yours?
Go fast.
All right, faster the better, dude.
And I'm gonna go 3D-ish, I guess. It's gonna be incorrect, but whatever.
You're using a pen? Yeah. See, I use the fucking marker, dude. That was tough. you think?
Oh, that's not bad, dude.
Yeah, we're pretty much like on the same level. Like we're like both pretty like novel, like pen and paper. Yeah.
The thing is, we're copying straight from that image, so
I know, but even that's like if you have like shit to your artistic ability, you can still fuck that up. Don't you think?
yeah.
I don't know. You want to like freestyle something now? Like
Freestyle challenge.
Shit.
Dude, I can come up with some robots, dude.
Robots? Okay. So we got like 2 minutes to
Another
draw.
pin there the whole time? That's why I need an assistant. Like,
God damn. Just yoink this one from thin air, dude.
like,
All right.
like the actual video games.
What's the challenge?
I don't know, just keep making robots, I guess.
No, robot doing something though. Or a robot eating an ice cream cone.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Let's go. You got 2 minutes. I'm timing it.
How about them apples?
Dude, you forgot the fucking mouth, dude.
I didn't have enough room. I made it too small.
Well,
That's true.
this is ours.
Yeah, made it 3D-esque.
Yeah, you
Damn,
made it 3D.
we need a fucking live audience to like determine who won this shit.
Yeah.
But okay, now let's just fucking do this.
All right,
Got
so we
two-
got 2 minutes.
Robot eating ice cream? Just getting fancy?
Yeah, whatever your mind thinks of.
This is great audio podcast
Yeah.
material.
Exactly, right?
The hell these
Listeners
guys
like,
doing?
Fuck this, I'm tuning out. Fucking drawing. Autism. Dude, that already sucks ass, dude. See, my brain sucks.
Yeah, I'm not creative at all.
See, this sucks, huh? It's like this is exposing the fuck out of my micro creativity.
Yeah, duplicate something and then be unique and create something. Like, yeah.
Let's see. You can always like fast forward through the silence and be like, "Oh, we finished." Oof, look embarrassing. How terrible this looks. Time's up in 30 seconds.
Damn.
All right,
Super creative over here.
time's up. Dude, mine looks like
God
so
damn
much
it.
ass. Let me see. Looks like a fucking toaster. You spend more time on the ice cream detail, dude. That's fucking hilarious. I like it though. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Your
So we all
your
like
pyramid of ice cream right there.
Yeah. Because I try to make it a little bit more digital. What is
Mine, for some reason, has thrusters.
God damn.
I just went with the classic character that we already.
Yeah, the square head.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine has like a fucking
Yeah, that's why
visor
I'm
for eyes.
not, I'm
for
not
some
creative, but this gets the job done right here.
reason. Yeah, but that's just like just shows you how much harder
Standard.
it is to come up with your own shit, right?
Which is why this is considered a superpower because
Yeah,
it's
you're
not
right.
easy.
Fuck, man. Creativity, man. All right. Well, I'm up for the challenge, dude. Like I said, because I can't help with the editing of the podcast very much.
Yeah.
I definitely can't help with the fucking coding. So like, I need to do something.
Yeah, that's a rare. I mean, not rare, but
well,
it's a long duration superpower.
Yeah.
You devote a lot of time to learn development. But
The thing is, it's
It's not
an
that bad.
asset. It's an asset that you can monetize. Like if someone else,
Yep.
Outside of the block runner needs some 3D skills, you can whip something up and make a couple $100.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's fucking hope
Yeah,
it
you
gets to that point.
Can't
dude.
go wrong with these assets though.
yeah, exactly. This skill, like any superpower, any level of progress that you make, like somebody's gonna have a need for that skill set.
Has anyone ever tried like learning a new skill at the age of 29 and like become successful?
Dude, it happens all the time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are learning to code right now.
At
Yeah.
29, you don't
Like
think
think
they
about-
start
30.
think about all those YouTubers that start. They all have to edit their own videos. So editing is like another
Yeah.
learning
It's true.
endeavor.
I'm gonna have to learn how to do that too, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, with Twitch.
I'm gonna be homeless.
Twitch streaming.
You might need a fucking.
You're gonna be investing, is what you're gonna be doing. Investing
What?
hours into these superpowers.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna become good at all this shit and like focus on all this stuff, dude, when do I have time to work?
Here's the
Make
thing.
money.
Here's the thing. Don't like say for example, you have a task to build like these robots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just literally start building a robot like using what's it called? Blender, right?
Yeah.
Do not go into Blender and just like aimlessly build something because you're never going to learn anything. You have the goal first. Like let's say, like for example, I didn't know how to build websites, but my goal was to build a website and then figure out how to, build it.
Yeah.
Because I needed to build one, right? Right now we need these like characters, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
if you have that goal, you would figure it out.
Yeah, and this could be the robot could be the goal. And like instead of a sign that just stands there, have a robot that's like, I don't know, hovering. I can make it
That's a
hover.
good point.
Yeah,
An interactive robot
Yeah.
that's like his body is like this.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
login.
then
Exactly. The body
payment.
is the kiosk.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
animation could be anything. I mean, any movement that's gonna be good enough. Little mouth going, opening and closing.
Yep.
That could just be something that I do. Meaning
Yeah,
like,
that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whenever you pay, like maybe the head will spin or something and
Yeah.
make some kind of noise, like whee!
Yep.
I don't know. I'm like, let's play.
yeah,
That's like some '90s shit. You
I'm
know?
gonna record. I'm gonna use that for the recording.
We
Yeah.
go ahead.
and let's play.
And
Let's
let's
play. Let's do it. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Little Easter egg.
Yeah, William's already utilizing your audio
Yeah.
creation.
My fucking childish voice. That's cool. Yeah, man. I like the idea. I'm gonna for sure work on this stuff.
And that applies to anything like editing a podcast, editing a video, doing coding, making a video game. Like all that starts with the end goal, and then it's you trying to figure out how to get there.
Yep, true.
Instead of, oh, I want to be a developer. It's like, well, where do you fucking start?
What do you want to develop?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you need a team regardless, right? Like you can't just do everything by yourself.
Well,
Technically, you can.
My company, there's a competitor or many competitors out there. You know, one is a public company in the $1.8 billion market or market cap. Yeah, I guess is what it would be. And you know, I'm one programmer, and I duplicated the shit out of there. Meaning, I didn't duplicate, but you know, we created the same value that they're providing to their customers, and I'm just one developer. So
Yeah.
it depends
It's
on
possible.
how powerful your superpower is, or how good you are at your superpower.
Yeah.
To be able to compete at that level, I guess.
And it's the same goes with websites. You see a website that you like, go and copy it. Just copy it. I mean, you never want to
Challenge
start with
yourself
like a
to-
blank page.
Yeah, challenge yourself to make it close to that, basically.
Yeah, man. I remember I fucking bought like a giant ass HTML book or something.
Yeah.
CSS, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
I tried to make my own website. I got like not even a little bit deep into it. Like I see you could do it. It's definitely a doable task.
Yeah.
Like everything we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, for some reason it just feels like you need that proper motivation. I think.
It's daunting at first, but once you realize, oh, this is how websites are made, and oh, this is how 3D objects are made, like it becomes less of a hurdle.
Yeah, it also depends on how you learn. Like if you need like resources that to teach you, like videos and stuff. Some people need like a mentor to guide them through the process.
True.
And other people can. I think there's a name for it where other people can just teach themselves. For development, that's how I am. I can just go online and teach myself everything.
And that's pretty much how learning works these days. Like, how much did we learn at school, man?
Well, everything, because I usually like skipped court classes, or I just showed up for attendance and I taught myself everything through YouTube or Khan Academy.
That's right.
That's literally what I did through college.
That's most of the world.
I did that too for statistics.
It's like I showed up to the class just because it was required, right?
Yeah.
If it wasn't required, like I never showed up once because there's a syllabus that has like all the stuff online.
Yeah.
So I would just
show up for the tests.
Yeah, and it would tell you like what to study. So I'd go to Khan Academy and teach myself.
Huh.
And like crypto, like who the fuck taught me anything?
Well,
Nobody.
exactly.
Yeah, you already got the skill set, the foundation for
man.
For acquiring new superpowers, basically.
And the more you like start creating this stuff, the more confidence you have, and it's like, well, what else can I learn? What else can I do?
Yeah, I wish I had the time to do 3D modeling. Looks like fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'll let you know.
I gotta devote my time into
I'll send you a full report of how much fun I'm having like when I'm doing this. I'm pretty sure the very beginning it's gonna feel like a chore, right? Because like, I'm learning something.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't feel like that.
No?
That the less it feels like a chore, the more
you're right.
Quicker you're gonna learn.
Yeah.
The more fun it is, That's why if it does feel like a chore, then you gotta figure out some other superpower. Like Twitch streaming could be it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that too. So yeah.
Yep.
We'll see, mates. So then I'm gonna need a fucking green screen behind me and shit. Like.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is
then,
those are
like
cheap.
Like you said, editing. I had to learn how to do that.
I think you can use any color, like even this black behind you.
No, I think some programs use a specific color.
Oh, okay.
So it makes it easier.
Yeah,
man.
I'm down, fellas. Let's do it.
Let's make it happen.
Let's
finish off this.
So let's have a game plan, like a short-term game plan. So since we only have that one parcel, can we just make the game one notch, smaller? That way we can fit the little kiosk.
Yep.
And
I mean, I could buy that 2x2. We just the guy rejected me from the last one.
That cheapest one.
I got the mana just sitting on the exchange, or not exchange, the platform.
Yeah.
If I think it's worth it. Meaning, it's not that expensive, and to generate that income to get that back shouldn't be too bad.
And I already see the property values going up. So
especially if we do this franchising model,
Mm-hmm.
and
how would-
game 2 is easily franchisable. Meaning, like,
have you told me about Game 2 yet?
yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
Yeah,
to
it's the one
refresh.
that can have a map editor associated to it. So we can make our own.
I mean, I think even if we talk about it, like, what's the risk?
yeah, because it's all about execution.
Damn,
I don't know.
that's confidence.
It really is.
It's
I
like,
guess. Do you
ain't
want
no
to
one
build
gonna
some
take my
buzz?
shit.
Well, yeah. Let's hold off on it. Let's get the one game out there,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, once we begin the second game, then
we can talk about it.
Yeah, then we can start talking about it.
Cool.
But yeah, any other events that happen in the crypto space that I can
Just-
think of? So Craig Wright, he basically lied a lot in his legal case,
Mhm.
and he couldn't prove that he was Satoshi Nakamoto.
I was wondering what was the update with that.
Yeah, big shocker there, right?
Yeah, what a surprise.
So what were the big lies that made it super obvious?
I don't remember quite directly.
So that illegal dude is back on the table as an option for that drug lord.
Yeah, that's what's his name?
That's my leading contender.
Paolo or whatever.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah, but now that Craig Wright
Saloshi or something like that.
Saloshi, there you go.
Saloshi or something. Now that Craig Wright is like for sure not Satoshi, I think that the whole discussion just it's done.
Yeah.
You know, he was the only one who had like for some reason a cult following behind him that he was the real Satoshi.
It did seem like he was involved in the early days. Like we're talking about 2009 early days.
He could have been.
To a certain extent involved, but
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Nobody's
yeah,
gonna fight him for that. But
Yeah.
to claim you're Satoshi, like
that's
what is the point of that?
that's the easiest thing to prove, but the most unlikeliest thing.
Yeah, it's if I had to prove that I'm the developers of the games that I've developed, like or any kind of software that I've developed, it should be pretty easy.
It should
to
be
prove
easy.
it.
Well, in this case, it
Like
should be
deleted
super easy
everything.
because we're talking about a private key that exists somewhere out there that Satoshi hasn't used ever.
Like another challenge would be, let me go into a room, doors locked, no internet. Let me go rebuild the code that I originally created.
I guess
I should be able to recreate a whole bunch of it.
Yeah, that would be one way. But I don't think it would be sufficient. You'd have to produce me the private keys, sign a transaction, and then I know that you're Satoshi.
It'd be sufficient for me to believe him.
Was there
If
something?
you can reproduce a whole bunch of that code.
What's today? Today's Thursday.
Yeah,
Was there-
July 11th.
Is there any news in regards to Libra? Like in the
Oh, no. India is not allowing Libra to happen.
yeah, but I think like at some point in this week they were supposed to
And,
like,
and
meet-
China's coming out with their own cryptocurrency.
No, but they're supposed to meet with Congress again, like Facebook.
Oh.
Zuckerberg, I think, is this week.
I didn't hear about that.
Hold on, I'm gonna search it. Fill the void while I do that.
So there's another article that says no, Bitcoin did not drop because of Fed's concern with Facebook's Libra. Yeah, definitely not.
Well, fuck it. Regardless, problem is Libra's getting a ton of flack. I mean, the point is,
And that's the
Yeah.
thing is, it's getting a lot of flack as it should because they're really trying to take over banks.
yeah,
They want to be a world bank where people will store their fiat into the Calibra organization, and I mean that's the responsibility that this organization has over everybody's money. It surpasses global banks
Yeah.
by a wide margin, and so the regulatory stuff that they have to go through is something that doesn't exist, right? Because this is a worldwide bank with real-time access to billions of people. So nothing like that exists. And so they're really competing with governments, right? Calibra is competing with government money.
yeah. That's why the government's coming down with the fucking ban hammer, dude.
Yeah.
Strong ban hammer.
Yeah.
You know.
As they should. I mean, they don't want to lose, right? They don't want to lose. But yeah, I mean, you can't stop Bitcoin. That's why anytime a country bans Bitcoin, in my opinion, that's a buy signal.
When a country bans Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because you know what they're doing? They're
what about this? Like
Like
I'm looking
India-
at here, Iranian government plans to authorize cryptocurrency mining. Is that a sell signal?
No, that's definitely not so. I think every signal is a buy for Bitcoin, in my opinion.
Just keep on buying the fuck out of it. Like don't listen to anything. I mean, I don't know. It's proven to be true over time.
Yeah,
It just
that's
keeps
for sure.
on going up.
That's
you know,
for sure.
we're just too involved with the short term, man. God.
Yeah, it's so.
Like I kind of wish I could just go back in time, buy my Bitcoin, and like I don't know, go to jail for 4 years or something. They come out of jail rich as fuck.
That's Saloshi right there.
Yeah,
that's true.
Just void myself from society for 4 years to stop me from trading and shit.
Can you imagine
panicking.
exiting jail and then you go to your Bitcoin account and it has 1 million Bitcoins?
Exactly.
You're Satoshi.
You think he's in jail? Maybe.
Well, he could be.
Who knows? But my point is just like
That's where my bet lies.
go like in a cryo sleep chamber or something.
I got convinced by one article.
Yeah, could be, man.
Did no research beyond that.
Yeah, you're perfect for crypto then.
Yeah.
That's what we all do.
Binance goes live with its crypto margin trading function.
Yeah. Guess what? We can't use it. So.
Yeah, we can't.
We can't do anything in this fucking country, man.
And then U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman, Bitcoin is a store of value like gold.
What have I been telling you?
Yeah?
Like gold.
So,
See?
Oscar, you should listen to our last podcast. We had a pretty good debate on Bitcoin versus gold, probably for like the 5th time.
Yeah, I think we settled it finally.
Yeah.
What was the conclusion?
The conclusion is like they're not enemies, dude. They're co-opting.
They're independent assets that are also independent from fiat currency.
Yeah. So like Bitcoin's valuation is not going to suck away from gold. It's going to suck away from fiat.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So gold and Bitcoin will go up in tandem, right? Like
the only negative thing that gold has is that there's seemingly unlimited
gold mining.
Gold mining, right? It's not as scarce as people say it is. Essentially,
gold.
You can find more gold. You can find a jackload of more gold all of a sudden
in the sky
on accident.
Yeah, and so when you're comparing the scarcities, Bitcoin is probably the rarest thing out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, Bigfoot's more rare, for sure.
Well, that's because he doesn't exist.
You never know, man.
Unicorns.
So, yeah, there you go. But as far as assets go, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, and one is tangible, the other one's digital, so...
Why do we feel the need to store value? I guess we have to store value, right? Because our fucking money is so finicky.
Yeah.
Our money system, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, I just thought about that. Like, what the fuck? The only reason Bitcoin exists is because we've used gold as like a store of value.
Well, because of limited resources, we have to, we need a way to distribute these limited resources that we have access to. Everybody on the planet.
Yeah, we need a way to keep score, essentially.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Everybody, it's like we're playing a game, right? And everybody's racking up these golds to keep. It's your scoreboard, essentially.
Yeah.
Financial scoreboard.
Which ultimately gets you access to more resources.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
So in a world where everything is automated, that means you can build unlimited cars, and it's all limited by the resources that exist on the planet. So we're under an economy that's self-defeating because it's not governed by the resources that exist. It's governed by like financial markets that are just they're incompatible with the actual resources that exist on the planet.
Yeah, they're trying to be compatible. They're trying to
match. They're trying to align the actual scarcity of the resources with a monetary value.
Yeah.
And the monetary policy allows for infinite money to be created. And so it doesn't align with the limited resources Earth actually has.
Mm.
Yeah, and that would be fiat.
Yeah.
So we created this artificially
inflated.
Scarce. No, talking about Bitcoin. Artificially scarce.
For sure.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah. Makes
Artificially sense. Or by design.
Yeah, by design, yeah. I wonder what was his thinking 21 million. Why not 21,000 or
good question. I don't know. Wish we could ask him. It's probably in the white paper, right? Didn't you read it?
Yeah.
It didn't say nothing?
It didn't say anything like that, no.
See, dude, it needs a longer white paper, dude. That was trash.
Satoshi, if you're listening, we'd like to have you on the podcast.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Him and every other you and every other
freaking human being, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
But okay, let's call it.
It's a good note.
Yeah.
To end on.
Thank you guys for listening to the Block Runner podcast. And we'll be back next week with another update.
Or whenever.
Yeah. It could be
whenever
a couple of days.
Whenever
the price goes below 10,500, you're going to hear us in exactly 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm going to come running over to this place.
Yeah.
Because that, to me, is like doomsday event. Like, and it's got to be recorded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me.
And I think it'll just go back up after that.
No. I think if it breaks 10.5, we're going down to like 7, I bet. That's
really?
My bet. And then I'll load up my bag again. I like to catch falling knives for some reason, dude.
Yeah.
But I always get fucked up in the end. I'm serious, man. I need to like step away.
So I think the strategy should change from like trying to trade to like just trying to collect.
I think I'm trying to collect.
Yeah, collect as many Bitcoins as you can,
Yeah.
and then just wait till
That's what I thought you meant by the accumulation phase.
that is what happened.
Okay.
That is what happened. So a lot of the institutions that were waiting to get into Bitcoin, they waited until it was low enough from their analysis, and then they
Little
kept
by little?
buying. Yeah,
Okay.
kept buying.
as it was fluctuating, but
Right.
like near low levels. Yeah, that's what I would undo. Like once it goes back down to 10K, 9K.
Yeah, it's always a
wanna
good thing.
accumulate more.
Whether it goes up or it goes down, it's going to be a good thing because the history of Bitcoin has just every year it just goes up, and so in another year we're not going to see a $10,000 price anymore.
Like 13K minimum, 15K.
Yeah, check it, Iman.
We'll see, man. we'll reanalyze that thought.
We'll
whenever
listen
we're at 10.5.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
What does the crowd think?
yeah.
Audience.
Well, the
Ask
crowd-
The audience.
Everybody's
Leave a comment. What do you think will happen after it hits 10K if it happens?
Yeah,
poll, Twitter poll.
yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Well,
You already know.
We're gonna find out pretty soon. I mean, it's coming to a head.
Take your bets.
But yeah,
All right, now we're out.
yeah. Thanks for listening.
See you later.
All right, peace.
Thank you for listening to the Blockrunner podcast. Make sure you visit our website, theblockrunner.com, and sign up to stay up to date on the latest in crypto. Also, reach out to us on Twitter @theblockrunner.